welcome to the zoo.
Why am I here?
Minions of the Zoo is a lovable ragtag group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribe-Lite, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Reject PPC and the One-Ton Hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host for this evening, One-Ton Hammer.
I will be your zookeeper tonight, Reject.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am the Lucky Pop-Tart, Inquisitor.
Sanguine.
Skep Tock.
I'm Prospero.
Fat Platypus.
Chaosy.
And I'm Della Hazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions. And special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Minions of the Zoo Monday Night Mayhem. I'm your host, Adam of a Veggie Clan first, and my guest with me is Kefki.
Hello.
And my good friend, future man TerrySalt. How you doing, Terry?
Albatross.
Albatross.
Albatross. Oh, sorry.
Wait, Albatross?
Yeah.
Albatross?
It's a multi-platinum thing.
So, how are you both doing this evening?
Okay, how are you?
Okay, I was gonna say not all at once, but then you came all at once.
All at once! Everybody,
It's a pleasure to have you on this evening, Kefki. How you doing?
I've answered that already. I said I'm doing fine. Why don't you ever pay attention to me, Adam? Right. I'm okay, thank you. How you doing?
Well, I mean, it doesn't help that I did not take heed to the note before, and I started doing drugs. Sorry. And Terry, how's the future? Are we still?
Yeah, it's good. The world is still here, so you're safe for another 17 hours.
Awesome. You see that, folks? There's hope for 17 hours, at least. Usually on Mondays, Kefki, me and Terry like to, or Terry and I like to chat up stuff about video games. Do you play video games?
I don't play them much currently. I used to play them all the time, though, yes.
Yeah, that happens.
Oh, I have access.
Yeah,
Like I used to.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you're younger. You can have all the time. It still amazes me how people can sit there and do long form streams of games. It's like, dude, I'd be so bored after the first couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not boredom, like
Nice.
just I want to play something else or I want to do something else.
Yeah. I don't know, it's not there really boredom so much. I don't know what it is. Like, I used to play games constantly, then probably 5 years ago I just stopped doing everything. I haven't picked it up yet. Picked it back up.
Well, hold on, because that kind of reminds me of kind of some videos that have been popping up on my YouTube feed about how modern gaming is like dying or some shit. Like it's going downhill or some shit. And I saw one of them. I'm only assuming the other ones are kind of typical, but it's they kind of pinned it on it's too a little bit microtransaction-y, but also it's
It's not helping. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh God, no.
And it's also it's like it feels I don't know how they put it like sporadic. Like there's so much to do in it that you kind of lose grip with what you're doing in it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I suppose I haven't really been playing too many
I mean,
new games. So
I think one thing that gets lost is it's really only big budget games that are dying. Like the indie scene
yes,
is thriving. It's like you want to play like a game that's not a microtransaction-y, bland, homogenized ball fest. Find a game that's like $20 or less, and it'll probably be way more interesting than any of the big budget stuff that's coming out.
Mm. Yeah. Also, I noticed with a lot of the bigger games, a lot of them have that multiplayer. In some way, they try to make you competitive with other people, and I just, I'm anti. It's like I love to play games with friends. I really do love
hmm
that, but it has to be my friends, and I don't like playing with somebody that I don't know that lives halfway across the globe. No offense, and then comparing my scores with them, and I'll never meet them or speak to them. Do you see what I mean? It's like
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
like
I
to play by
understand.
myself. Otherwise, yeah.
I will only play multiplayer against people I know, unless
Uh-huh.
there's like no other option. Like with Pokemon Showdown, uh,
Mhm.
there's no one that I could play against. So if I wanted to play it, it had to be against strangers. It's like fine, I'll bite the bullet and play against strangers if I want to play that. But
Yeah.
if there is a single player option, I will play that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yes.
see, I mean, I'm kind of like that too. Like I wouldn't mind playing an online game like Call of Duty. You know, like that's yeah, just I'll jump right into a multiplayer match. Um, but if it's like there was a point where I think it was WoW Classic came out again, and I had a couple of buddies who wanted to play it, but if they weren't playing, I wasn't playing. You know,
Mhm.
I would go in there and I'm like, I don't know where to go, know what to do. Usually I just follow them around. And, you know,
I
hey, check
But
played
this out.
yeah,
ranked mode.
yeah.
I played ranked mode in Street Fighter Five very very briefly, and then I just didn't enjoy it. It's like no, I'll just play I'd rather play the computer.
Ah, see,
There's no lag against the computer. You can get a match exactly when you want it. You don't have to wait for it to find an opponent. It's just everything is better against the computer, unless there's a social aspect like it's your friend and you want to play against your friend.
see, I
Mhm.
like that idea. The only thing is, because I'm like that too. Like, okay, Dragon Ball Fighters, I only really play it against a computer, but you know, I keep bumping up the difficulty because you know I'm trying to get better at it, or at least learn it
Hmm.
better. You know, and I know a guy in some of our, and he's in the arcade server, and he plays fighters, but he plays it online, and he's gotten, I can't remember whatever the rank he is, because he was telling me the other day, like, he finally got to this new rank, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, he's fighting actual people though, you know, so it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if we fought,
Yeah.
he'd wipe the floor with me, because
Oh,
it's like a
absolutely.
completely different
Playing
beast.
against people and playing against the computer is very different.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And not to say that, because again, I've challenged him. I said, hey, dude, we should give it a shot. You know, I'm not that good at it, but you know, I still enjoy playing the game. Uh, and he's like, yeah, yeah. But he's over in jolly old England, so the timing is kind of off. It's kind of weird. Um, like I said, I think I told you before, Terry. I would love to have him on.
Like
Uh, so that way I can say I'm chatting with somebody in Australia and in fucking England at the same time.
yeah,
Bah!
it's no, I mean one of the problems with playing against the computer is once you figure out what they don't know how to defend against, the game is ruined.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean once you figure out the pattern? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a game fighting EX Layer, and it was a decent game, but I discovered that the AI was not programmed especially well. So one of the things it has is like, if you meet certain objectives, you unlock certain power-ups for your character, and one of them is to make a particular move unblockable. The problem is the computer doesn't change its algorithm based on the fact that it's now unblockable. So it will stand there and block, and you just win. It doesn't. It's, okay, I'll do the attack. Oh, you tried to block, you got hit. Oh, look, I'm doing the attack again, and you're blocking it again. Oops, you got hit. And so once you do that, you can beat it on the hardest setting because you know weakness to exploit, and I stopped playing it because it was boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you get into like a lock like that, it's just okay. There's no, and you know, honestly, I think when we had some more competitive fighters in the arcade, they were talking about it was some article or video that somebody was talking about. They didn't like some players doing like automatic non-blockable combos where they tie you in a loop and all of a sudden there's nothing, you pretty much lost. And
Well, it depends.
yeah,
I
mean coming from these guys, they were like, you know, you got to learn how to get out of it and learn how to, you know, catch it before it starts. But at the other end, I'm like, yeah, dude, but it does suck. It does.
Yeah, I mean, like if we use Marvel vs. Capcom 2 as an example, there are a lot of infinite combos in that game. And yeah, it sucks if you get hit once by the right attack. They can just remove one of your characters. That sucks. But I mean, it's only at the very, very high levels that you can actually have that happen. Like Adam and I playing, we're not doing touch of death combos to each other. That's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, you may do
But
it.
I guarantee it's
but
not.
I'm not.
I mean, not from me.
Yeah, because I wouldn't even know where to begin.
You play against Justin Wong, yeah, he's going to infinite combo you, but I am not at that skill level or anywhere near it.
Yeah. Which actually brings me to because I did have two things I wanted to talk about. And this is one of them, ways to play. Because again, I'm seeing it pop up more and more peppered out in my Twitter feed. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, why is this being brought up again? What game came out that people are not able to beat or whatever the fuck is going on?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's one of those. It's a game, you're supposed to be able to enjoy it, and even if that means blah blah blah, and it's like, dude, that's good. But just like we were talking about in video games, I can sit there and play just the computer in Dragon Ball Fighters at medium and be like, yeah, I'm top shit, I'm constantly winning. But if I go against my buddy in England and he wipes the floor with me, we're not on equal footing. You know? Yeah, I'm enjoying the game the way I want to enjoy it, but realistically, you're setting yourself up to fail if you go out.
I think it's up to the game developer. If they want to give you a skip the boss button, they can put one in. If they don't want to give you a skip the boss button, tough shit. Figure it out. Or play something else.
Yeah, don't play it. You know, because it is true. It's something that you purchased, and you should be able to enjoy it if you want. But at the same end, if you buy a Rubik's Cube, are you really expecting the company to sit there and redo all the colors for you so you don't have to do any movement with it? It's like, no, you bought it knowing that it's going to be a puzzle, so solve the puzzle or don't.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
But Rubik's Cubes come solved, don't they?
They do.
I don't know. Well, see, there you go. I don't fucking buy these things.
I mean, you could buy a new Rubik's Cube and then go around saying, look, I solved it.
Kefki just nuked me from orbit. You know?
That is the speed run for a Rubik's Cube, is you just buy a new one and it's already solved.
Yeah.
I thought I had something special there, and then Kefki's just like, you stupid. they come completed.
I'm sorry. I only do that because I'm old.
Man. Well, also, I'm slowly becoming like a Terry. The only time I go out is for work. Otherwise, I really do not like going into shopping centers and
Right.
doing all that
Shopping
shit.
centers are awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to get out, but I don't ever get out. It depends on the situation. Because there's like 90% of the time I don't want to get out because it's going to sound awful, but I don't want to be around peoples. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
Don't want to be around other
Uh,
humans.
unless I know you, I probably don't want to spend time around you.
Exactly. It's like if I go out, like I went out with Kiki to Taco Joe, and that was wonderful. Had a great time. It was so fun. But I went out with someone that I care about. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so it's like, yeah, if I'm out with friends, it's fine.
Yeah, that's no problem.
But I don't want to go out by myself.
I
That
never
would be
understood.
weird.
I never understood the people who do that. Like, yeah, you never gone to see a movie by yourself? It's like, no. Why would I? You never gone to a
Yeah,
restaurant by
why
yourself?
would you?
No.
Mm?
I'm gonna enjoy the atmosphere. I don't fucking care.
I must admit, I do like cheating at games that I'm bad at. Like I'm terrible at any strategy game, so the stuff that I can cheat at is like so much more fun than
Yo.
just losing all the time.
See, okay, in terms of strategy
Get their
games, I
strat
would
guides
say,
out.
well, hold on. I would say it helps you learn to play better because now you start seeing the way things are processed through. And like we were talking about before the show started, Terry, with Command and Conquer. First thing you build after your construction headquarters is constructed, you go straight to the barracks. Then you go straight to the refinery. And then as soon as you can, start pump out 2 to 3 harvesters right away and let them just rifle through the one refinery. And you'll start building up cash a lot quicker. I would never have known that had I not sat there and cheated a few times, you know? Like,
The thing is, like the way the effective way to play and the fun way to play don't necessarily overlap. So like
That's
with
true.
something like Heroes of Might and Magic, I will cheat just so I can have fun because I don't really want to set up these long hero supply chains and micro. No. Just give me 21 archangels. I'll go around murdering everything and
well, yeah, well, look.
and building the stuff I want to build and not worrying about efficiency, and I get to watch my town expand and grow, and it's like, yeah, this is what I want to do. I don't want to sit there micromanaging everything. I just want to just build a cool city.
You know, honestly, I'm like that with a lot of the Total War games. I at least try and get through it once without doing any codes, but after that, it's like, nah, I kind of want to, I want to see if I can hold this territory and see how long I can hold it without, you know, losing out or whatever. And so I'll set myself up to do that. Or even like Age of Empires, you just want to have a good time on it, so you start spawning all the Corvettes and the weird laser.
Yeah,
people.
the big daddies,
Yeah.
the rocket launcher cars.
You just go to town, because I mean, even with strategy games too, I sometimes I'll just get in a groove of I really just want to build a base. I just want to build this nice looking what I think their outpost would look like, and then just go with that. These guys are still attacking me. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, but hey, that's playing the way you want to play. But I can't sit there and go play online and expect somebody else to deal with that. And if I'm cheating my way through their game, I can't.
Against another person, that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're playing it just for yourself, play the way you're going to have fun. Doesn't matter.
That's actually why I lost interest in the later Heroes of Might and Magic games. Is they took away the cheats. They
got rid of.
I think it was either the fourth or the fifth one. They just said, "Yeah, we're not going to put cheats in the game anymore." It's like, well, okay, I'm not going to play them. Like the whole reason I like them is because I can cheat. I don't want to play them seriously. I'm not interested in getting better. I just want to muck around, see the story a little bit, and
well, see,
play on cheat mode.
There's that, and then there's the people who they want to just hold the controller and hit the button, and at that point it's like, dude, just watch the video on YouTube. get some popcorn. You don't even have
Wait.
to touch nothing. You can just fucking hit play and watch. You know?
Oh, you're not talking about button mashing, are you? Because like.
No. That's a whole.
Okay,
Other,
fine. I was
that's
about to
a
say I'm
whole nother
insulted.
thing.
I'm a button masher. I'm an old school button masher. So you're talking about
just like easy.
brain
fast
just blipped
buttons.
out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like I can't be bothered to read. Just read it to me. It's like, okay, well, that,
Oh.
that's cool. But I don't think you can sit there and listen to a whole bunch of books on tape and say you've read a whole bunch of like books. Like, I don't know, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with this. It's like, if you watch a video gameplay and you watch it through completion, I don't think you can say you've beaten the game. You haven't.
No.
You watched it.
No.
Yeah.
Watching and playing are very different.
Yeah, and hey,
Yeah.
if you're just trying to get the experience or the story or whatever, dude, do it. It's your money you're gonna spend. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually tempted to do that with Command and Conquer and just like watch all the cutscenes.
You should. No, you should. Especially with Red Alert 3, the game is not that good.
But I mean, I just don't like. I mean, I won't say I don't like real-time strategies. I don't like playing them seriously, and the remastered version doesn't seem to have cheat codes.
No.
So rather than get better at the game, maybe I'll just watch all the cutscenes on YouTube and then uninstall it. Thank Dex for the gift, but ultimately not play it.
Well, we gotta play online sometime, dude. Me and you versus 2 computers.
No, I'm not playing Command and Conquer with other people. That's not happening.
Awesome. That's where the fun comes in. Bot stomps. And
No, I mean, I'm too bad at it. I would feel bad for bringing your chances of winning down. It's like it wouldn't be fun for me.
oh, trust me, I've played with some people who it's pretty much your job is to just build your base around theirs. So it's like, okay, if anything does happen to me, at least this guy's still alive.
No, I appreciate the offer, but it's not something that I want to do. I don't want to play like any Command and Conquer or even any real-time strategy game with other people. It's not something that's for me.
So I will admit, a lot of times it takes a long time to play around if you're playing with other people, because
I'm better with I'm still not good, but I'm better with turn-based stuff. Like I did play Civ 6 with Kyla and Camel and Johnny, and I think Della was there as well. And I did okay. Like I was like middle of the pack. But if that had been StarCraft instead, I would have just been annihilated.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever played a Civilization game.
Yeah, I definitely prefer turn-based stuff.
Yeah, I like turn-based in terms of like Fire Emblem or Shining Force, or Advanced Wars.
There is a game that I think it's still in early access, but it is like the greatest idea I've ever heard of. I've actually like contemplated it myself, and then someone actually made it in real life. It's called Mega Knockdown. It is a turn-based fighting game.
Really?
Yes. I think it's still in early access. I don't think it's like properly released. Yeah, it is. So it's kind of like you both enter your turn at the same time, and then it plays both of them simultaneously. But it has things like frame advantage where, it will actually tell you, you're 2 frames ahead, so you can take that into consideration when picking your move. And like if you get a hit, it just automatically does the combo for you. You don't have to sit there meticulously entering each hit of the combo. So like, okay, no, you got to jump in. Here's the crouching medium into fireball. You can just have that for free. It looks like it'll be quite good when it's ready, but it's still early access.
It's gonna be on Steam?
It is on Steam, yes.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
That's interesting.
Yeah, shoot me a link.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to them releasing it.
I wouldn't mind giving that a try.
It is, let's see, 10 Australian dollars, so it's going to be like $7.50 US, thereabouts.
Oh my
It's
god.
really
Oh,
cheap.
that's not bad.
That's gonna
Yeah.
break my bank.
Oh no.
It's hard living in Chi-Town. Chirac.
Wait, what? Sorry.
You didn't know I lived I live in the Chicagoland area.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that stuff.
Oh.
Geography.
I will definitely play Mega Knockdown against people if they happen to buy the game, because that looks really interesting to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying it. And hey, if it's good enough, maybe we could play it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said it's on Steam though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have a Steam account, Kefki?
Alright.
Y'all.
Well, you're gonna have to add me and Terry as friends.
I think we're
That's with
already
Terry.
friends. Yeah. I'm already friends with Kefki on Steam.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
How are you not friends with me?
I am friends with you.
Well, not you. I mean, yeah, I'm happy that you're... I mean...
I'm sorry. Don't know your screen name.
I put the link in chat for the Mega Knockdown game if anyone is curious.
Sweet. I'd say go give it a look ahead and see what you people think. I should
At the moment it doesn't look like they have actual like character models. They're just like silhouettes fighting, but I'm assuming they intend to fix that in the
I would hope so, yeah.
in the final version. I'm assuming they will have more than just silhouettes.
Oh yeah.
They're probably just doing that to show off what it's capable of, right? Or how it plays.
I assume that's the case, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And see,
this is the kind of thing where I was saying indie games are more interesting than like the big budget stuff. Like this is an indie low budget game, and it sounds freaking awesome. I'm looking forward to them releasing it.
Well, not only that, but it's an interesting concept, and it's at a low cost. So you're not really, you're not spending $70 on a game that you may or may not like.
Yeah.
There's two games that were there was Pro Force, I think, or Pro Block, or something like that, Probiotic. And I don't remember. It's getting all the headlines for, this story's bad, this is a dialogue from this game, and people are quick to defend it and blah blah blah. But it's a big title, big budget title type thing.
Which one's this? Sorry, the traffic drowned you out as always.
Oh, well, I can't remember the name of the title. It's Pro Block or Pro something, Pro Force, something like that.
Okay.
I just saw a girl with a red scarf or something like that, and I think she had a gauntlet. I don't know. I don't see anything about the game. I just see the people stirring the controversy pot around it, and hot takes on the game, and it's like, uh-oh.
Sorry.
Kefki's got the giggles.
No.
Yeah, well, I was thinking it's called Prozac, Terry. The game's called Prozac. I'm sorry, it's not funny. It's me.
It could be. It is a weird title. I was looking at it, I was like, I don't know. I've never heard about it. But again, PS5 games and Xbox games they're now trying to get to $70. So it's like you're gonna.
Oh wait. Whoa.
Yeah. So
$70 for
a game. So,
is that for the physical copy though?
I'm assuming for both.
For both.
Yeah.
But there's no way I'm gonna pay $70 for digital download. Sorry.
Yeah. And it might be tethered to the server too. So who knows how they're gonna do that shit. Modern gaming nowadays. I mean, Terry doesn't
Reason
experience this
that-
because he's a
Sorry.
PC gamer guy.
But that's another
Yes.
big reason that
I have in fact spent quite a
love
lot
it.
on. I have in fact spent quite a lot on digital downloads. Yes.
Ah,
I mean, Steam doesn't send you physical copies. If I want a game on Steam, it's digital.
Yeah.
well, yeah, but it's like okay, but that's with Steam. Steam is gonna be there. It's just I don't know. It's just something about it. I like having a physical copy if I can, but
A lot of people
absolutely
are
have
like
to
that.
have a yeah.
I miss the days of having proper instruction books. We've talked about this before.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember as a kid, half the fun of the ride home from the store was reading the instruction book in the car and like getting excited about what the game was going to be like when I finally got to play it in, like 20 minutes and when we got home.
You got neat
And then-
art in the instruction manuals too. It was so much fun. I don't know why they don't do that no more.
And you get stories.
Because it's
Well,
expensive.
they don't have physical games, duh. But
Oh, also expensive. But I really liked games like Baldur's Gate and Diablo where the instruction books were like thick. Like they went through every spell in detail, explained what it did, it's like how much it cost, who it affected, what they could roll to save it. Like they went into like meticulous detail for every single thing in the entire game. I just used to sit there and read like the entire book. Like Heroes of Might and Magic 3 was another one. They had like every creature, its stats, some lore about it, and like what it's special. And it's just like, yeah, I'm just going to sit there and read. Okay, let's see what the fortress can build. Oh, okay, but this is the Hydra. This is what it does. This is how it works. And yes, Tier in chat is talking about the Prima guides. I love those. Brady Games Prima, those like those books that you could buy. That I mean, those are gone. I don't think they make too many of those anymore.
Nope.
I used to always get strat guides, but I would get them after, or I'd get them before, but I would always read them after I beat the game, on my own, because if I read it before, I'm gonna cheat. And I used to have this mindset of I don't want to cheat my first playthrough, but second playthrough I could cheat as much as I freaking want. It's like I've already beat the game.
For me, it depends. If it's a really long game where you can miss things, like permanently miss stuff, then I'll use a guide. Like I'm not gonna like replay an 80-hour game just to 100% it. I'm just going to try and 100% it the first time through and just have a guide that says, oh, make sure you go over here and pick up this item because otherwise you can't get it ever again. It's like, okay, thank you, I'll go get that item.
I'm playing through Link Between Worlds and the little snail things that he has to collect. 100% I would sit there and look for the fucking through a guide to find them all. Because I'm not going to sit there and roam around trying to find it. And I got to say, Ty sent some internet killed the Prima guide market, and that fucking radio killed the video star or whatever. Or fucking sound popped in my head, and I'm like, God damn it.
Game FAQs basically made Brady Games and Prima guides redundant.
And but it was the ASCII art.
Yeah.
That's
but no, but like the thing is, the people who wrote the Brady games, they didn't really know what they were talking about. They would like give you a map of the area and say here's where stuff is, but you couldn't rely on them for like strategy or anything that required they didn't know what they were talking about. They were just like running a printing company. They weren't gamers. Whereas the game FAQs were written by someone who loved the game so much, they wanted to detail everything about it for the benefit of the internet. The game FAQs were a labor of love. There was no profit to be made. They just loved the game so much they want everyone to know every detail about it. And so they were actually a lot more useful than the Brady games or the Prima guides, even if the production value was like a text file. It was better information than you would get in one of those, $20 books.
Yeah, it's definitely a labor of love back in the old ages. I remember I wrote a walkthrough, basically a FAQ on Blood Over Legacy of Kain, where to get everything, what to do, and
Yeah.
oh god, that took forever. Whew. But it was, I love that game, so it was fine. You know?
I mean, I never uploaded. Oh, I mean, I did, but I never uploaded them publicly. But I wrote guides for. There's a series of books from like from my teen years, fighting fantasy.
Mhm.
I wrote the solution to every single book from 1 to 50, and I had them on my Facebook page. And it's like that was
Neat.
just I loved the books that much that I figured out the solution. I mapped them all
Mhm.
out, and it's like, okay, here's your options. This is the correct one. If you pick this option, here's what happens, but you can't win the game, so don't do that.
Yeah, definitely. If you love what you're writing about, yeah, if it makes it easier, but it's still a lot of oh god, brain. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? It's a lot of
Yeah.
Yeah.
effort that goes into it.
And see,
Not a
I
lot,
think
but a lot of effort.
a bigger push for that, because I don't think we're gonna really see that too often nowadays. I think a big push for that was, um, yeah, they weren't getting any monetary value, but they also weren't looking at it like I'm gonna become an internet famous person because of this walkthrough that I'm gonna put out there. It was just, hey, I'm gonna use some goofy name that I popped out of my head, and it's
Right.
gonna be, this, and then
And
here's the
like
guide, and there you go.
the,
That's
the
it.
modern day equivalent is the Steam guides. If you go to the guide section of Steam, those are basically the same things that you would find on game FAQs. It's just a lot more convenient than going to a separate website. So the concept still lives on. It's just on Steam
Mhm.
instead of on game FAQs for the most part.
Yeah, life
Yeah,
finds a way.
sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I don't mean to talk over everyone. I was just laughing. You're talking about goofy names on the Castlevania things that I wrote the walkthroughs of the Castlevania three Simon's Quest. Good Lord, two Simon's Quest. And the first one, the name I wrote under was Spittlebone. So yeah, very stupid games. Names, words. Why do you do this to me, brain? Sorry. So what were you saying? I'll shut the up.
That's okay. We're talking about FAQs and writing them. I don't think I've ever written one. I think at most I've written down the passwords for Mega Man games, but um, and mantras from Fazanadu. Faxanadu? Fazanadu?
Xanadu.
Yeah,
I like that name better. Xanadu.
Fazanadu. But that
I,
sounds like
I
that.
like I like writing solutions to games. I never made mine public. I wouldn't upload them to like Steam or Game FAQs or anything like that. But just for personal use, I like sitting there and figuring stuff out and coming up with the solution or the best strategy or whatever. It's just it's oftentimes more fun than playing the game. It's just okay. Here's all the cards. I'm gonna write down what they do, and I'm just gonna okay. If I put this with this, does anything cool happen? No, not really. Okay, next card. Okay. Oh, okay. No, this is actually quite cool. If you put this and this together, that's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna remember that. I'll write that down.
Eat a lot of dope.
And then I actually played the game, and because I've done so much research, it's not fun anymore. But the research was fun.
Oh no.
But no, but my point is the research was so much fun that's okay.
Yeah.
It paid for the price of the game not being fun. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Honestly,
Because after you do that, you could beat it really. Okay, I'm gonna mute.
well,
No, don't mute yourself.
yeah, and you're correct. I mean, you have to have a passion behind the project that you're working on. Otherwise, I mean, you could tell if you don't. Like
Yes.
you were saying with the Prima guides, it was just, these guys were given the information. They're like, hey, look at this map. This is where the stuff is. but the people who are finding it, I mean, sometimes they might go into a little too much detail or expunge a little bit on the story. But I mean, for the most part, they enjoy the game that much that they're going in there and doing that. I mean, yeah, God bless them. We need more of that.
There was one guide that I read that was actually really, really good, and it was for Street Fighter 4, or Ultra Street Fighter 4 to be precise. And what they did is they actually consulted tournament players on like, okay, how do you use this character? Because, like I said, they're just printing company. They don't know anything. So they go, who's the best Ryu player in the world? Okay, you. How do we play this character? Give us some good combos. Give us some interesting information. Then they wrote it down and they published it. And that was actually really, really good. Prima Guide or Brady Games or whatever it was. That one was great, but a lot of them are trash.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they made a good
Yeah,
decision
that's
by
cool.
asking the people who actually play the game,
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
then again, that they're just sidestepping and going straight to the people who are passionate about it and running it down. Oh, jeez. Yeah, no, it's a weird time. I hope things bounce back. I think if enough good indie games come out, I think it'll be enough of a turnaround.
Well, I mean, it's a cycle.
Yeah.
So typically, the AAA, as it's referred to, the AAA industry gets too comfortable, and they start getting lazy and exploitative, and people say like, "Well, fuck this! I'm not buying your games then."
And they build.
And so
build Cosby
there's an
rooms.
indie resurgence, and then some of those indies will become big, and then they'll get bloated and fat, and then they'll make the same mistakes that the other generation of big companies made, and so it goes.
Which always drives me crazy, because then later down the line, you get a lot of these guys that were really passionate about building these things and creating these things,
Hmm.
and they come out of the woodwork after the company went out or whatever, and they're always like, oh yeah, if I could do it over again, blah blah blah, and it's like, well, why aren't you guys? Like, I don't understand why you're not. I mean, I get, yeah, you're probably leading your different life, but if it is something that you're genuinely passionate about and you did a good job at it, why aren't you doing it?
There's one game designer who I think is like quite interesting. His name's David Serlin, and he actually writes articles on what he's changing and why, and it's like he made Street Fighter 2 HD Remix, like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix, I think it was called. And so he took Super Turbo and he's like, okay, this game is horribly balanced. We're gonna fix it. And so he did an article on every character saying, okay, here's the problems with Blanca. Here's my suggestion for how to fix it. And then here's the results of me testing that with top level players. And then he actually had the rule, if you've got a complaint about the game, beat me with your character. If you win, I'll take you seriously.
Nice.
That's cool, yeah.
Because he's basically saying, if you think this is overpowered, if you think, say, the spinning pile driver does too much damage, okay, you be Zangief, you try and kill me with this overpowered spinning pile driver. If you can, I'll consider it. If you can't, then it can't be that good. And I just
mean,
really
it's
like
fair.
that approach.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
approach to
Yeah.
go with it, though, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Because the guy, he's like a decent Street Fighter player, but he's like far from top of the the bracket. He's like solid. I mean, you can beat him. He's not like world class or anything. So yeah, you think this is too powerful? You should be able to beat a average player, solid player with this broken thing.
That is true.
Yeah.
Test by fire.
Hitting anyone with Zangief is difficult. It's meant to be. it's meant to be. Once he gets in, he just murders you, but it's hard for him to get in. Basic grappler archetype. I do have a lot of respect for anyone who can play a grappler because I really can't. I'm terrible with grapplers. I don't need a fireball, but I need something with a bit of like,
Reach.
long range capabilities.
Yeah.
Hey Terry.
Yeah.
Would you like to try playing some Marvel versus Capcom? Marvel versus
No,
Capcom.
let's
Wow.
give it a go.
All right, let's.
Are y'all
let's
playing
give it a
one
go.
or two?
The first one.
Oh,
Apparently
so you're not
today-
gonna take anybody for a ride.
Not today.
Sorry.
Only because today is the 25th anniversary of the game, so I figured.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 25 years ago. That's weird. Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Jeez, I am old.
Is it? I don't know. At least that's what I've been
Yes,
seeing.
Ah,
Okay, so
The only bad thing is I can't get this
we'll go
thing.
online.
okay, do y'all need me to shut up while y'all are playing?
No,
So it don't distract anyone?
not at all, Kefki.
No,
Go
no, you
ahead
can
and-
stick around. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adam, I think you have to go like online as opposed to away because I can't challenge you.
Okay. Let me.
In the bottom left corner, that little symbol. Go to online, and I should be able to challenge you. There we go. Let's do it first to two.
I haven't played this game at the odds.
Yes, I have not played the first Marvel vs. Capcom in a very long time.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Who do I want to be?
Okay, I'm 13.
I will
Alright.
be Wolverine, and I will be. Let's be Morrigan.
Oh, it's been a bit.
Let's go, Bob.
Ready. Fight.
Graphics still look amazing. I love that. They went with the cartoon
Yeah.
stylized type. Yeah. Great animations.
I'm trying to figure out what his super move might be. I've also got to figure out how to switch characters. That's it.
I was gonna say I don't know how to do it on this, but I thought it was like the top buttons altogether. But that's on.
No, I remembered that it's not like the old, the Street Fighter games I'm used to. It's actually just one. It's one quarter circle, not two, to do the super moves.
Wow. I like Jin. I don't know what game. I can't never remember what game he was originally from. Ah,
Yeah,
don't
well,
remember that game.
damn it.
It's not a great game. I was never a big fan of Cyberbots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, didn't you play through the Capcom fighting?
Yes, I did, and yeah, I played Cyberbots. I finished it with all the characters, but it was not my kind of game. I wasn't a fan.
Hold on, Tier just lost $20. Yeah, and I said your name right, so.
Oh, come on, you dumb tablet. Let me open YouTube at the same time. Alright, fine. Fine, be that way.
Let's go.
Alright.
Ready. Fight.
Ah, Dr. Wily.
Let's go, Cajun. Oh, that was the wrong time to do that.
Morgan, win.
Oh man, I knew it was gonna do that.
Okay.
Let's go.
Ready. Fight.
I think I'm fighting the computer at the moment.
Yeah, it's not letting me.
Oh, because we only, I only did a first to two. And we might have to re-challenge.
Okay. So let me challenge you.
Okay.
Wait, what happened?
First, yeah, let's do another first two.
Did it crash?
No,
No.
it's the way it's set up. Fight
We
tape
did a
really
first
does.
to two, and I won 2 games, so we have to re-challenge each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's funny
What's going
that.
on here?
Yeah. What's up?
Oh god, I jinxed it. Oh god!
Maybe I need to challenge you. Maybe I've got to be the one to challenge you.
No!
Yeah, you challenge me. It worked the first time. See, I had to double check because I was like, oh man. We challenged some rando person.
You know, Adam, I really like the stream overlay you've made. It's very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's go Ryu. I like Ryu. And let's try...
War Machine.
Alright, maybe if I watch the actual video instead of the little window projector, maybe I can actually... It's not gonna do anything.
Shoulder cannon. Shoulder cannon. Great. Shoulder cannon.
Oh.
Shoulder cannon.
I really want to play some games. I don't know where my Game Boy was.
What'd you do, Kefki?
Not here. What's it be? Oh, I forgot Knight Arthur was in this game.
Oh.
That's a great game too, Ghouls and Ghost.
Which one?
I don't know if you ever played it. Or Super Ghouls and Ghost.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
difficult game.
Yeah, but it's great. It's so much fun.
One of my favorite things about Super Ghouls and Ghosts, the music everyone associates with that game is only from the first level, but since the first level is the only one anyone's ever played, that's
I know,
considered
right?
the theme song for the game.
Because most people bow out after that, because, or you know.
Oh yeah, it's such a
hard.
brutally difficult game. It is like insanely difficult. So no one's played past the first level.
Ready. Fight. Marvelous. Level 2. Level 1. Maximum level. Level 1.
I'm not going to do that.
Wonderful.
Ah, crap.
Level 2.
You might have this one.
Level 2.
That did not go well. I was taking that one.
No, don't kill Mega Man. He's just a wee lad. Oh, like his
Mega
name.
Man.
Here comes the challenge.
Alright.
Hero.
Okay, so we'll close it off with this one.
Morgan.
I'm gonna go.
War Machine.
Let's go War Machine.
I think 4 and 1 is a good good way to end it.
Ready. Fight.
Who's got Morgan? I can never say her name right. Morrigan? Morrigan? Who's playing Morrigan?
Me.
Ah, good choice.
I do like Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I like to think while he's screaming at y'all to get off his property. That megaphone.
Try to go away. You're gonna ruin my robots.
Off my own. Well, actually, I think you're in the laboratory.
Okay,
There's layers back there, so.
Oh! No.
okay, that's...
Oh no.
I do love that stage.
Damn it!
It's cool. I used to have a poster of just the stage of this.
Of
With
this
it
I love-
Wiley in the background, but yeah, it was really
Yeah, I was
cool.
gonna say I love Wiley stomping his feet in the background.
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, hey. Good match. Oh wait. What?
Ready. Fight.
it's me versus the computer at the moment.
Oh.
No, it's me.
You're playing still? I don't think this is you, because you're...
Oh, you know what? We're probably playing 2 different matches or rounds.
Yeah, this is way too... That was way too bad to be you. Like, the computer was not fighting
That
back.
was way too bad. Thank you.
No, I'm serious. You are a much better player than the computer was in that match I was playing.
I will take that as I will take that compliment, sir. I'm gonna write on that for the whole week. I'm not as bad as a computer. Ah, jeez. Okay. Well, that was immensely fun, even though I got my butt handed to me. But I did predict that, so. And
You did win one.
I got one. I got one. And admittedly, yeah, no, I really gotta. I'm gonna have to play these again, you know, get a little more used to them. But
That Wolverine was rough. I had a lot of trouble with your Wolverine. He was very aggressive.
I gotta change the heavy attacks around because I think the way I have it set up, I should have had heavy punch where heavy kick is because I kept going for that. And I'm like, that's not what I wanted to do. But I mean, that's way on my end. I really want to get with that box that you showed. Oh, that sounded weird, but that arcade fighting box that you showed is like a keyboard.
Oh yeah, the hitbox.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I want to pick up one of those.
It is a controller that is designed for fighting games. So, you know the arcade stick that people usually play on, the 6 buttons and the joystick.
Mm-hmm.
This has buttons instead of a joystick, so you've got similar to keyboard controls. It's like left, down, right, and up. But yeah, but with proper buttons, not keyboard buttons.
Yeah, well, it's a lot better than a PS4 controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, it depends. Some games are easier to play with a controller than others.
Well, if it has like a 4-button setup, I guess. But
I think
because like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is probably better with a controller.
Yeah. I think Mortal Kombat, the recent Mortal Kombats, I ended up playing on a controller just because the button layout was a bit awkward otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
It's just easier to have the block button be like left bumper or whatever it ends up being.
Come on, dude. Even like I'm just thinking of Mortal Kombat 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 arcade setup, where like the run and the block were in the center, and then you had high kick and high punch on each end. Ugh. Might as well be playing on a fucking. Yeah.
Some of the best players in the world play on controller, so
that's true.
It's not that big of a handicap if you look at the top players of like Street Fighter 5. A lot of them do use a hitbox or something like that. But there's a lot of people who use just a regular PS4 controller, and they do well. So.
Well, I look forward to the next time we play.
Absolutely, me too.
We have reached the hour mark, and I think we shall close shop before we have a certain someone pop in to force us to close by laws of nature. So as we leave, any final parting word? Oh wait. Yeah, before actually let me do our shilling for a bit. We have reached over 40 views on Rumble, and I want to thank everybody for joining up. But anybody else who has not joined up, please go do so at Rumble. Minions of the Zoo. We're trying to get 100 so we can start streaming there as well. So that way, when we get booted, like we did last time, it was last week, we have a place to go without having to do backups and
Yes.
streaming on other people's channels. So go check out Rumble. And of course, if you would like to hang out and play some games, you can always check out my arcade Discord. I'm going to be trying to play some more games in there. And of course, if you're just looking for somebody to hang out with and play games, that's where you can go. And of course, our minions and anything else we're shilling down there. What else are we shilling down there? Gotta look. Well,
No.
yeah, well, we got stuff down there. Go check out our description. So yeah, Terry, anything you wanna end on?
Nerf Wolverine.
Enough Wolverine. Him and Captain America are pretty much the only two main characters, and Spider-Man too. But yeah, next time I'll keep Wolverine at bay. And Kefki, anything you like to end on?
Don't take no wooden nickels.
Yes, no wooden nickels.
Yeah, don't take no wooden nickels.
And also, I want to say, if you might have noticed at the beginning of our show, and here, I was lucky enough for Kefki to have drawn me that awesome little gold token in the center there. So thank you again, Kefki. She does wonderful work.
No.
And yeah, so we're gonna end the show here. I mean, we got a whole outro, so don't worry about that. But as my ending thoughts, I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. I want to thank my guests for joining us this evening, and I hope you guys were all had an entertaining show. But I love y'all, and God bless. The zoo is closed.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Minions is recorded live on tape in front of a studio audience.